Hey everybody, welcome back to Foal Watch 2020. Thanks for tuning in to episode 2. I'm Sherry Shavinsky with the Mare County Extension Office, and this is Jetsettin Wow, and she's just coming off week number 9 in our 10-week countdown to the delivery date of May 27th for the birth of her foal. This week, we're going to talk a little bit more about Wow and her body condition so that she's ready to deliver that foal on May 27th or thereabouts. We're going to talk about body condition scoring just for a minute, okay? Body condition scoring is based on a scale system that was developed by a man named Henneke, and it ranges from 1 to 9, with 1 being poor and 9 being obese, okay? And what we do is use that scale to judge our horses and determine if they are too thin or if they're overweight or if they're just right. Okay? Most performance horses, and even your horses that you have in your pasture that you ride occasionally and maybe take to your county fair, you really want that horse to be about a 5. Okay? That is considered moderate. That's the number that we want. We don't want to see ribs on our horses, but yet we don't want to see them being fat and overweight either, okay? When we're talking about a mare, though, in foal, we're going to go with a different number, okay? I like my mares to be at about a 7, okay? And there's a reason for that. I want my mares to carry extra weight so that when they deliver that foal, they're going to have plenty of body weight that they can afford to lose after that foal is born and they're lactating and nursing that foal. It takes a lot of energy to be able to produce enough milk to feed that foal, because in the first few weeks that foal is not going to eat anything else. They're just going to be nursing off of their mother. So it's very important that she's got plenty of weight, because a foal can bring a mare down pretty darn fast if you aren't careful. So we want to make sure that she's got extra weight. So we're going to look at 6 different areas and decide if she's got enough weight on her in all those areas to put her at about a 7. Okay? All right. One of the first areas we're going to look at is the ribs. Okay? We want to make sure that we can't see those ribs. This is very important. We don't want to be able to see them. We want to be able to feel them a little bit, but we don't want to be able to see them. Okay? In a mare's case, where she's as far along in her pregnancy as she is, that can be kind of hard because that foal is spreading things out. But we are not going to see, and I can feel her ribs a little bit, but not too awful much. So that's good. Another area we're going to look at is the shoulder. Shoulder area up here. We're going to look at the withers right up here. Okay? And we're going to look at the loin, this area right back here from where the saddle fits. Okay? And we want to look at the tail head. I'm going to bop up over here. This is the tail head area right here. Okay? And the last place we're going to look is the neck. Right up here. I'll flip her mane back. Okay? All right. On Wow, all of these areas are on the fleshy side a little bit, which is good. We're seeing flesh here, and on that tail head, we feel the sponginess, but yet she's not super bad, that it's not blending well into the rest of her body. Okay? She's a little bit thicker here maybe, but not too bad. The main thing is we don't want to feel any rib. We don't want to feel any vertebrae, any bones sticking up on her spine or anything like that. So I think she's doing pretty good. She's right about where I want her to be, and that would be close to that 7 mark. Now the trick is going to be keeping her there until she's ready to deliver that foal. We did go ahead and put Wow on the scale today, and we weighed her. We're very fortunate we have a scale that we weigh all of our horses on. Not everybody can do that. You can use a body weight measure tape, and there are formulas that you can do to figure a horse's weight, but we do it the easy way. We put them on the scale. What do you suppose Wow weighed today? Would you take a guess of what this horse weighs? Well, she weighed in at 1,420 pounds. Wow, that's a lot of weight, isn't it? But again, she's carrying a foal in there. How big do you think that foal is right now? How much do you think that foal weighs? If you had a choice to pick between a cat or a smaller dog like a beagle, or maybe a larger dog like a German Shepherd, or a really big dog like a Saint Bernard, which would you choose? Which one would you say is probably the size of that foal that she's carrying? Well, if you picked a German Shepherd, you would be right. 70 to 80 pounds is what that foal is going to weigh about now, maybe a little bit more because she's a little bit further along. So that's a lot of weight she's carrying right there in the foal. Then she's carrying extra weight in fluids and the placenta that's around that foal that's right now feeding that foal. So there's all that that's inside there, all crammed up in there, that she's carrying, that she will lose that weight once that foal is born. Okay? So we measured her last week, so we're going to measure her again this week and see how she measures up this week. You remember what she measured last week? I think our total was like 91.5 to 92 inches, right? We put it on our chart. Okay, we're going to measure her again. The trick is going to be getting that tape in the same spot as we did last week. Does that look about right? Okay. Shirt straight. Oh, wow. So if we are in the right spot, she's measuring about 93 to 94. Depends on when she takes that breath. So it looks like we gained about an inch, didn't it? So that's pretty neat. Okay. All right. Once again, if you have any questions, be sure and put them in the comments down below, and I will address those on the next week's video. We appreciate you tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this. And we look forward to visiting with Wow again this next week. We'll see. What we're doing for her right now is just making sure she's getting plenty of exercise. And again, her feed, she gets turned out every day. She has plenty of time to get sunshine and exercise with the other mares. So we're doing good that way. She's eating her feeds good. So everything's going really right along like clockwork, like what we hope and what we want. So we'll check in next week. And in the meantime, have a great week. Thanks. See you later.